What's good? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a VOD track while using your Wavelink software. We're going to quickly go over it. I have more videos on the Wavelink software if you need a more in-depth situation. So right off the bat, it's going to look a little outrageous to you if you've never seen it before. So we're going to let it load up real fast. Click over here on mixes. I have all my different mixes and channels and stuff. So I choose system, I add that. I choose iTunes, I add Discord, I add soundboard, I add the browser, I add the Elgato capture card. I also add my microphone. So once I do that, I can create whatever I want. I can create my personal mix. I got my chat mix to go out to TikTok. I also got the OBS recording mix. I also have the Twitch mix and the mic only. So Twitch mix is going to be my VOD, and then everything else is going to be set up how I'm going to show you. So you got to get all this created and choose what you want to go into that. So I didn't choose the music to go to the Twitch mix. So iTunes is, knocked off, over with, not going to hear it. But you see the OBS recording spot, it will hear the music. Then I also have my mic with only my mic selected. And the reason why I choose to X off and just, turn it down, I don't want to accidentally click something and add it in by mistake. So usually I just go ahead and do this, but certain things I'm never hovering around here, so it'll be all right. Once we go inside of OBS, that's where the next step happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into settings. Once we're in settings, we're going to go to the audio tab right here. So I disabled the first desktop. I disabled the second desktop. If you wanted to, you could get a little, wild and choose these options here, but I didn't want to do it like that. So I chose the mic aux spot. So right here, we see I have my mic only. So if I add any filters in Wavelink, they're going to hear it in here. So that's perfectly cool. Next up, I went ahead and added my Twitch mix right here on the second one. Third one, I added my mix OBS recording. Then once we do that, hit OK, we're going to go ahead and choose to do the advanced properties on the actual audio mixer. So you should see all the things you added here. And another reason why you kind of want to do it in the settings, it puts it everywhere. So if I make a new scene, it'll put it in there. But if you add it individually inside as a source, you're gonna have to keep adding it every time you make a new scene. You can do that if you want to, but I'm not doing all that. So we're gonna go to advanced right here. Now, this is where you gotta pay attention. So track one is everything that they're going to hear while you're live in your video situation, your feed. That's what's gonna go out. So I chose for my Elgato to go through that. I chose for my microphone to go through that. The mic aux, I chose for the OBS mix to go through that. So they're gonna hear everything that comes through that. Then for the track two, I chose for the Elgato thing. Boom. I chose for the mic aux. Boom. But I didn't choose the OBS mix because remember the OBS mix has my music on there. Next up, I have VOD right here. Now this one is checked. This one is the one that has no music on that one. So right there. So I don't want to choose the one with the music here. So I unchecked it, but I do want to choose the one that doesn't have the music. So that's the choice I chose right here. So it's going to be on track two, everything here. So once I'm inside of my settings again, I can go into the output spot and right here, check mark Twitch VOD track. Then I select track two. So everything that I selected to come through on the Twitch VOD, that's all they're gonna hear with all my other things going to it as well. Now you can add all your stuff in through here if you want, but I don't like to do it like that. The reason I don't have my actual game coming into this inside of the Twitch mix and all the other ways is because I like to do certain things inside of my OBS studio. And those things are, I like to make my audio lower when I'm talking. So if I go right here and go to filters, we see I have upwards compressor, which will bring up the low spots of the gameplay. And then we have ducking that's going to shrink down what, the sound is doing. So once I get above, negative 29, it'll bring it on down for me. So that's pretty smooth. Then as far as my microphone is concerned in the filters, I do this right here for my mic. I do the gain up to make sure I got it getting closer up here as I need it. Hopefully that didn't just lag me. And then I used to have these, but I don't use them no more. You can use a noise gate if you want to. Compressor, you can choose this and tinker around with the settings if you want to. If you lower this too much, it's going to compress it more if you leave it alone. So right now we're on 1650, but if you see right here as I'm talking, it's dropping it down more and more and more. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back close to what I had it, 1650. And then you can also put a limiter on here as well. So the limiter situation is going to, not let you peak. So it's not even gonna let it get nowhere close to passing -2. So that's what I chose right there. And then noise suppression, I don't even use that technically. I don't even know if that's in the right spot because all these have to be in certain spots as well. I ain't gonna lie, might need to do a quick Google search, but all these should be in the right order. But I feel like noise suppression was somewhere else before. Let me see in this other software. Filters, edit filters. I don't even got it on that software. I have gain, noise gate, compressor, and then limiter. I don't even remember. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the section, the spot in this list that noise suppression is supposed to go to. But anyway, I was just showing y'all how I like to set it up so I can have it do what I like it to do. If you don't want to do all of this inside of OBS, you don't gotta do none of that. Well, anyway, if this video helped you out, please slam the like button. It's greatly appreciated. Helps the channel out a ton. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.